Hi, welcome to IBC 2024. My name is Claire Plaisted, and I am in the Content Everywhere studio, joined by Gijs Davelaar from Media Press. Hi, Gijs, how are you?
Thanks for having me.
So, first of all, tell me about Media Press.
Yeah, so Media Press Group is a company based in Switzerland that has a 30 years history, started 30 years ago, initially in the print industry, where we aggregated all the TV schedules for print TV guides. We made the process a lot more, I would say, cost efficient, workflow efficient. Serve basically all the print TV industry across Europe. Then we moved to digital, where we basically support all the platforms that you know across Europe, all the big telcos. Basically doing the same, providing them with aggregated metadata that they use for their user interfaces. So it's both the metadata and the artwork that we provide for, almost 10,000 TV channels, streaming platforms that we all bring together in one feed for the telcos to use on their consumer devices.
Okay. Yeah. And how are you different from some of your competitors then?
Well, in fact, I used to work for one of those competitors, that was Gracenote, where I was leading the team in Europe and LATAM and Asia.
So and good insight into that.
So I'm quite familiar with competition. And well, the difference is really that Media Press Group is not just a metadata aggregator. We have built really cool metadata workflow supply chain tools that we now opened up for the industry. So it's no longer just us aggregating the metadata and our editorial teams using those tools, but we really opened up, basically can provide the full flow of from beginning, from the ingest to the publication, to, let's say, platform owners, but also to broadcasters and studios, so that they basically can control their complete metadata supply chain. So that's the metadata, it's the localization to different markets, it's whether all the metadata fields are in fact there, the artwork, how the artwork looks, is it left-centered, right-centered, background, white background. So all those differentiations that you have in a scattered landscape of distribution that are basically available in a very efficient workflow for any of the potential clients. So yeah, that's what we do. Yeah. And that's where we differentiate, and that's also what made us kickstart a new initiative that we launched here this year at IBC. So that's OpenID. And OpenID is basically, as we all know, proprietary metadata, has a proprietary metadata ID, and as such a lock-in. So you cannot automate a proprietary ID in your internal systems. You don't want to do that. So therefore we basically decided that we open up our 30 years of history database with 1 billion content IDs, including accompanying metadata and artwork. We provide that and give that back to the industry, to the broadcasters and the rights holders, so that they can have a complete overview of the content that is published on the different platforms across the globe, and that they can then afterwards start to customize it according to their needs. So they get open IDs which they control instead of a supplier, and then afterwards publish the complete metadata as they prefer. So it's really regaining control for broadcasters and studios, and at the same time for the telcos that we work for, it's really nice because they have, let's say, a more cost-efficient solution. They can streamline their operations with their content suppliers in order to start automating against artificial intelligence or LLM machine stuff. So that's really the game that we introduced here at IBC. Really a pivot compared to, let's say, traditional legacy metadata providers.
Sounds like it's been a very busy IBC 2024 for you.
Yes, definitely. It's been back-to-back meetings and still ongoing on the third day, which honestly I've never had before. So this was really it's really going very well.
Right.
Very well resonates also the concept where let's say the publishers, the broadcasters and studios can regain control over their metadata workflow, and at the same time most of our platform providers, the operators, are really happy with the change because they can do both. They can basically still aggregate the metadata so that we provide, and then on top of that, with the content suppliers that would like to do direct integration, they can do the direct integration. So really best of both worlds, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. What can we expect from your company in the next 12 months then?
Well, quite a lot, because this is just the OpenID initiative is obviously just a kickstart.
Yes.
So we have a lot of partners already coming by that really would like to collaborate on the initiative. We see a lot of obviously of prospects that really would like to start fast with the initiative, and on top of that, once you have consistency where you can use, let's say, one ID across the supply chain, which is not proprietary, you can automate against your internal systems, but also against, let's say, artificial intelligence for ad insertion, decision making, for better recommendations. So definitely a lot of new features and functionalities and partners expected to showcase soon on maybe IBC 2025.
Okay, well, I look forward to that. Thank you so much for coming to the studio today.
Thank you so much.